Welcome, I am Zoe. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. This is a reading for the collective. It is for all astrological signs. It is timeless. So when you arrive to this reading, that is when the timing begins for you. Definitely claim what messages resonate with you, but please leave behind what messages do not resonate for you. If there are any that don't resonate with you, leave them behind. Also, subscribe to the channel so we can move forward together. Leave any comments that you'd like and a thumbs up for any videos that really speak to you. So I'm going to be pulling oracle cards as well as tarot cards and a silver charm for more messages just for you. Okay, so let's see what we have. What messages do we need to know? What messages do we need to know that we, okay, set these down. Observer, okay. This is certainly an energies that his people in the collective are wanting to learn more about. It's about, that we just did a video recently where it was talking about the movement that's been happening in the collective of learning ways to really touch your inner peace, to feel more inner peace. And part of doing that one way is to be more an observer of your life, of not taking something personally that someone says, or to just watch your thoughts. And if you're feeling like you're having a lot of negative thoughts run through your mind, you observe them and release them rather than identifying with them. Okay, it's really talking about, like, if you think of it that you look like you're the main character of your life, you're the main star, and you are going to now look down upon the stage of your beautiful life, and you are going to observe it. You're going to watch the movie of it whilst you're in it. It's a very powerful thing to do because it allows you to feel a little more neutrality. If something is feeling chaotic in your life, it's allowing you to observe it without feeling an attachment to it. For example, let's say there's something, here's another example I'm being given. Let's say you're single and dating and you want a relationship, and there's someone you met a couple months ago, and when you started dating that person, you felt that you noticed that you had a real attachment to the outcome. You're like, oh, this has got to work. This has got to work. I really want a relationship. This has got to work. And you were more attached to the idea of being in a relationship than taking the time to see who that person is and to see whether or not they're actually right for you, like if it's a good match for you. Okay, when you become more of an observer of that and let go of the attachment to an outcome for something you desire, it is very freeing. It is a way to liberate, and it's helpful to make you make the most discerning choices and the best choices in your highest good. So I'm not surprised to see that card. It's been a big movement in the collective. So I'm going to pull a tarot card, and then I'm going to get, I'll close my eyes and pull a silver charm for some more messages. Okay, I just needed to adjust in my seat. What else? That's interesting too, because I felt this need to adjust in my seat, yet I didn't personally feel the need to do that. It was just something I just did. And that's a perfect example of being the observer. The reason I adjusted in my seat was another message for you, that you, to become the observer in your life, it's an adjustment. It's just a little, it's not even a shift, it's an adjustment, like how I adjusted in my seat. And you'll feel that when and if you choose to become more an observer, to claim that inner peace in your life. Okay, what other messages do we have? Okay, let's see. King of Pentacles. Wow, very powerful card. Okay, this is talking about, it looks like it's, okay, so let me slow down. The messages come through so quickly, my mouth can't move as fast as all the messages. I'm being told that this reading is going to be going more into a romantic direction. Okay, so for those of you that are single and dating, this is definitely going to be a reading for you. Certainly use your own inner counsel, claim what messages speak to you, and leave behind what messages don't speak to you. It is also a reading, I'm asking in my mind, it is also a reading for those of you that are in romantic relationship, okay? So this is speaking to the person that either you're dating, or one of the people that you're dating, or it's speaking to the person you're in relationship with. This is an individual, man, woman, or they, however you identify with the person that you are either dating or in a relationship with. This person, career is very important to them, okay? And it looks like they are masterful in some area of their career. What's also interesting is I'm hearing that you're not feeling that this person shows their emotions much, and it's become kind of discordant for you. For some of you, very discordant. I think that's the English word, meaning it's not flowing for you. This person doesn't reveal their emotions. They're very emotionally closed off. For this reason, because you feel that you need that person to express more emotions. I mean, they're very stoic. Look at this card. Let me just set this card down for a second. Hold on. I'm just going to set it down temporarily. I'll pick it back up. Notice the expression. This person is not smiling, okay? They're not smiling. It's not, that doesn't make them wrong. It just means that for you, you are evaluating whether you need to find a way, if you're already in relationship with this person and you are committed to this relationship, certainly you are trying to find a way. What do we need to do? Do we need to go to a counselor? What do we need to do so I can learn more about how this person is feeling, because we're having a hard time communicating? Or if you're dating this person, or you're about to meet this person, depends on when you start watching this reading, or they're one of the people that you've just met and you're about to date, you are going to evaluate for yourself, is this something that I can work with? Meaning, how is this communication so challenging for me with this person, because they don't reveal any of their emotions. They're just they're so practical. Again, it doesn't make them wrong. It's just that I'm seeing for many of you, you've spent enough time with this person that it's becoming an issue for you. And there's this saying, you can't change someone else, you can only change yourself. And that, I believe, is very true. In my belief system, that is true. However, you are now becoming more of the observer and not taking it personally. And you're trying to come up with a solution of how to make the communication better for both of you. If you're only dating this person, you may choose to not date them anymore. You may choose to have a conversation with them and say, hey, we've been dating for a while now, a couple of months, and I've noticed, or I feel that when I ask how you're feeling or try to have communication with you, you feel very closed off to me. You're not coming from a blame place towards them. You're asking what's going on. And there's definitely different ways to express that, and the answers will come to you. If this is a person that you have just met recently, you may decide, I'm going to be more an observer in this, and I'm going to give this person a little more time, because it may be that they just don't feel safe enough to reveal anything much personal in their life, which could be very true. But you will decide, because you're going to be the observer, whether you need to give it more time or not. If you're already in a relationship, you may choose counseling together. You may choose to have certain date days, anything that you feel as an observer, not feeling so ignited by it emotionally, not feeling so charged by it, but having some detachment enough that you can then come to it without any blame and talk with this individual, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, however you label it, husband, wife, however you label it, and ask, what is a way we can increase our communication? Okay, so that's very important. I'm being told to take a silver charm now, so for more messages, so I'm going to close my eyes, and then I'll get some more tarot cards and oracle cards for us for additional messages. What other messages? Okay, this is what, oh, this is that a plane? It is. Okay. How interesting. So this is an airplane. Let me just get it so I can really hold it up for you. There we go. So this is an airplane, this silver charm, and this is talking about you taking flight. And I don't mean literally, though some of you certainly could be traveling, right? I'm speaking to this reading that is now it's become, or was from the beginning, I'm told, a love reading about how to communicate more effectively, to become more of an observer in your life, to have inner peace. And when you start to learn to communicate better, which you're going to start to choose to do, new ways of looking at communicating with this individual we're talking about, coming from a more high vibration towards your self-talk, communication to yourself, becoming more an observer that way, you're going to feel like you've taken flight, like you're going to feel more carefree. You're going to feel like a burden has been taken off your back. So that's a beautiful silver charm to see. So let me set that down. Okay, I'm being told to get another tarot card. Let's see. Yes, okay. I'm asking a second time to make sure I heard that very clearly, and I did. Okay, what other messages do we have that people need to hear? What other messages will be, okay, these two cards, all right. I'm asking, okay, thank you. Oh, beautiful. So let me show you. 9 of Cups and 8 of Cups. So what's interesting is the way these showed up in the sequence, they're meant to be read. Let me just turn this way for you. Okay, they're meant to be read a certain way, all right? The 8 of Cups is you leaving behind whatever, oh, tongue-tied, whatever ways of communicating that in your life that have not been effective, okay? That's you leaving it behind. I'm gonna set this down because that's important to set it down. All these cards are. And that's you leaving it behind. As we said, you've taken flight, right? Meaning as this airplane is representing in this reading, this silver charm, you're leaving that way of communicating behind. You're taking flight towards a new way to communicate where you're more of an observer. So you're not getting triggered, you're not getting as emotionally charged because you're learning to not take things personally. You're learning to be more discerning where if someone's giving you feedback for something in your life, you're now being more discerning of, is there any value to this feedback? I know this person is trying to be helpful to me. Or is it that they're projecting upon me something about they feel about themselves? Or is it coming from any malice? You're going to be more discerning about that either way. Or you're going to say, or is it really coming from a loving place and they're definitely trying to help me help myself? You're going to be more discerning. You're going to become more of the observer. You're going to leave behind, as the airplane charm told us, what ways of communicating do not work for you. What this is going to bring in is 9 of Cups. It's a wish that you've had for a while. You may not even be aware of this wish. It could be certainly subconscious. It's certainly, though, that you were feeling, too many of you were feeling very chaotic when you have to communicate with someone. You didn't want to feel like you were confronting someone. You've been trying to be careful with your words, but you're going to up-level your ways of communicating, whether you listen to podcasts, whether you read, whether you hear digital books, whether you watch certain tarot readings, which are high vibration and are helpful to you, whether you do your meditation, your prayer work, your journal work, whatever you need to do to up-level your communication. And it's going to bring in a wish, a high vibration wish for you. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's get an oracle card, and then after this card, we're going to get an animal spirit card for more messages for you. What other messages do we have that people need to hear? What other messages do people... Okay, this card, I'm being told. Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. Gorgeous. I'm just taking this card in before I share it with you. Rest and renewal, 25. Okay, so we're going to talk about the numerology of this card, but first, this doesn't surprise me because, well, there is definitely in the collective people feeling very emotionally and mentally exhausted right now. There's a lot going on. We're being asked to up-level in areas of our life, which is in our highest good. It's all happening for you, not to you. I know it sounds trite. It is really about evolving. And you do need to be cognizant as the observer, as we talked earlier, about when it's time to rest so that you can feel renewal. Now that you're moving away from communication that has not been effective for you and learning new tools, you're going to feel, oh, you know what, I need to rest. I want to do more, if you will, but I'm not a human doing, I'm a human being. I need to rest so I can renew. And then we have all these fabulous butterflies. And then we have, oh, are they butterflies? Oh, that's so interesting. I saw butterflies, which symbolize many symbols, but they're new beginnings. New beginnings is the main symbol of butterflies. However, there are no butterflies in this card, which is so interesting. So it's another message for you. You're going to have these new beginnings of learning new ways to communicate. They're hummingbirds with a big, huge heart. So hummingbirds, the main property of hummingbirds is timeless love and timeless joy. So make sure to have rest so you can renew. Even if you say to yourself, and I can hear some of you saying this, oh, I don't have time to rest. I don't have time to rest. Stop there. Cancel, Claire. You do have time to rest. If you feel like you need to schedule time to rest, that's fine. Like if you set up an app that gives a little alarm on your phone off for a 5-minute meditation that's guided by an app, that's fine. If you can take an afternoon nap, that's great. Whatever works for you that's in your highest good, rest and renew, okay? 25. So 2 and a 5 adds up to 7, which is a lucky number for sure. I'm just giving you some overviews of numerology right now because I'm being told just to give an overview for this reading. The 2 and the 5 also separately, the 2 means harmony and the 5 does mean change in a happy way. So the change could feel like, in the past you felt like, this communication's just, it's not working how I'm communicating. I need to work on this. I need to improve it because it's not working in my relationships. There's one particular relationship for many of you that you're thinking of. Yet, even though that's uncomfortable and you're learning new skills, that change is going to bring in the harmony and the renewal, okay? So that's beautiful. More beautiful messages for you. Take care. Thank you again for joining me. This is Zoe, Tarot in Paris with Zoe. Definitely subscribe to the channel so we can move forward together. Many blessings.